Welcome to the winners finals of Limit Break V. That was awful. Welcome to Limit Break 5 singles winners finals between Captain L and EAA Len. They're here to grace us on Smashville with the Pikachu and Pit matchup, something that I'm sure that both of them are quite experienced in, as the other two opponents that I saw Len fight, Zach and Atlas, probably are a little bit too as well. They're all from the same region of the mainland of BC, so I wouldn't be surprised if they all have matchup experience against each other. Okay, so far, it feels like Len has the upper hand, but when you look at the percents, it's not entirely leading yet. And when Captain L gets an opening like that, then now you can tell that Captain L's favor, for sure. As a back air out of shield keeps the damage going. Forward air, that lingering hitbox, actually able to keep the damage going for him. Cool. Wow. I like that non-committal fade back on the neutral air right there. It was a good bait to get a up smash punish from Captain L. He's starting us out off with a lot of his strongest punishes. I feel like that's really smart conditioning for him. He's gonna play a little bit more safer in the passing games for sure. But right now he's gonna get a lot of pressure on Len right there, get in his head perhaps a little bit. And he's already looking for forward air too. Falling forward air is not gonna be a stock. Okay. Up smash, not gonna be doing it right there. Okay. And working with the stage control, that's a stock at 60! What are you doing? Okay, alright, that was... Captain L the wrong way right there. Is not going to take the stock right there. Yeah, Len caught him fading right in there. And all that pressure that Captain L did doesn't matter too much right now. It's, Len's definitely going to be a little bit more comfortable with the stock lead here at the moment. Very good to kill Pikachu early. Oh, smash. Oh, you hate to see that happen. That's interesting. Captain L was able to use his Thunder Jolt to clank with the arrow, actually. Man, good positioning right there. The arrow beat out the side B. Look at this arrow play. Do this side. Escape that. There's a fourth throw this time. Captain L opted for a different type of pressure. Instead, the back air off the side. Yes, that's going to do it. 70%. Very interesting. This quick attack uses that again, this time to the platform to give himself a little bit more time to react after. That's a good thing to think about for sure. And now as Len is probably looking to close this out otherwise, using that neutral air to force him to land into that down smash. Not necessarily something true otherwise. Okay, back air landing. Not going to take the stock there. I know that was a sweet spot. That would be scary. These arrows, when I think about it, there have been three interesting scenarios with arrow for Edgeguard. One is it will clank with, it will just straight up disappear along with a Thunder Jolt. If Captain L goes for a Skull Bash, it will stop the momentum completely. And right there with quick attack, and again, it stopped momentum. It's interesting. Down smash, catching Captain L running in. It's not going to do it. Right there, recovering to the ledge, using his wall jump to mix up where he's going to land right there. Len going a little early with his option select there. It's not going to do it for him. But still down smash. It's not going to kill him, no! Why is it still? No! Why is down smash weak? I feel for Len right there. That would have been the ending blow for him, and Captain L is making it hard, but he gets the fourth throw to take game one! Alright, well, there's a little bit of emotion for that game, as it definitely should be. That was an interesting first game from Len's side taking it. I'm going to correct myself right there with the game one win going to Len.
1-0. Good to start.
Sorry, introspective. I can't come smash. Shit, that's my commentary. Wow. Okay, I didn't say anything embarrassing, thankfully. Woo! Woo! All right, game two. Captain L showing the comfort in this smashable pick. Still, this platform right here. I like how he waited for the platform right there. Gives up a bit of a head start on the opening. But right now, percent lead is not a factor at the moment. Both of them are very, very mitigatable percents. Kick them away with a forward tilt outrange. Alright, dash attack to up smash is actually not going to work at all. I think Len was trying to catch him, try to jump in. Which, in that case, it probably would have worked if that was the case. Okay. Now playing a slower paced game here. Back air to open up a juggle, gets the one up air off of it. Jabs in neutral. Yeah. I'm seeing just a lot of poking hits in the moment here. Nothing really opening up something super strong in the moment. That hit from Captain L otherwise will set up an edge guard. Len able to escape that throw conversion otherwise. Not going to reward Captain L with the stock quite yet. This is kind of similar to game 1 right now. Pit is sitting at a amount of rage. Pikachu does have rage too, of course. He's going to use that to take that stock. Otherwise, I think it would just kill it anyway. 100%, who cares? But you would have seen Pit killing around that percent there. But Captain L does take advantage of getting that first stock right there. It's going to be momentum in his favor. Low percent juggles will favor him here. 52% off of 2 conversions. And more pressure from that forward air right there, doing 9% too. Hooking him with these up airs. Alright, Len reacting out of pressure with an up smash and almost takes the stock, catching Captain L above him right there. Ooh, first neutral. Ooh, spicy. Captain L's catching him behind him really well right there. Alright, avoiding the arrow, but not able to avoid the up smash as Len takes that stock right there. Unstaling a move by shooting the arrow at the balloon. Don't ever let me talk without discipline. I think that'll be the stock. No, Captain L has actually not commonly landed those so far this tournament, so not gonna land it there either. Maybe this will be the stock he needs. It is gonna be a good enough DI to survive that from Len. Trying to keep Pikachu at bay with a forward air. Pikachu gets right below him with a final blow to take game 2 and even the score. Alright, well. We're sitting at an even game here, folks. Okay, they're doing counter picks. They were gentlemanly Smash Ball at first, but let's go Lilac Cruise, but I think Captain L might go Jigglypuff. Nope. He's staying the Pikachu. I don't want to do that. That's not good. Okay, well. I'm thinking about this really. What does this offer Pit versus Pikachu? I'm not entirely sure. This is a stage that people would say very commonly just straight up ban against Pikachu. The reason why people would say that is because due to Lilac's tilting and the angling on the side platforms, Pikachu can quick attack cancel almost anywhere on the stage, giving him a lot of free movement options for him. So far that hasn't been so much of a factor here otherwise. I think that this is a good place to trap landings on a small character. See, there's a thing that I think of with the mindset whenever I play Yoshi versus certain characters. I would take some characters to Battlefield or Dreamland, or I would take other characters to Lilac Cruise, depending on how they can land and such. If I'm versus a character that can cover landings extremely well, I will ban Lilac, like versus Clown. I'm trying to use my own connection to really give myself a grasp on this matchup here, as to why Lilac Cruise. But yeah, it might not matter too much here. It's a stage. It's in the rule set. Yeah, I like that neutral grab right there. It interrupts the up smash from Captain L, which would have covered a roll into the stage. And a positioning from Captain L. But nice. Outranges that grab with the full power of forward smash. I love how every time Pikachu tries to go for a every time Pikachu goes for a grab with a dash, he just tumbles over if he misses it. And Len is able to punish that animation right there with the stock too. Alright. You need it right here. This time the platform just beat out the arrow. I think that's what happened in the last game between him and Zach. I think the platform just straight up beat out the arrow, which is interesting. I'm liking these upper dash arms to super armor right through edge guard opportunities from Captain L. That's cool. It's keeping his stock alive longer, which is what he needs right now. And he's almost sitting at max rage. He's 3% away, and he might as well be at this point. A single Thunder Jolt will put him there. Captain L reacting out of that grab release with a Skull Bash. Now Pit is like exactly max rage. Imagine that. Forward smash from center stage, anyone? He'd probably kill Pikachu right now, honestly. Yep. I saw that. I'm sorry, but woo! Ouch. That's a 2-stock in Len's favor. Great utilization of vitality to maximize the potential full rage right there. Ouch. We're gonna go to Final Destination from Captain L's counter pick here. This time, this is a little more obvious. It eliminates all platforms, forcing a more linear landing. You're either landing on the platform, on the stage, or you have to land, or you just go for the ledge. Simple. There are two options. Makes it a little easier to cover. Otherwise, of course, you also have to factor in air dodges, hitboxes, and positioning. But with less places to go, it's a little less crazy here, for sure. I'm trying to think about it though. What will Len do to try to make this kind of pick seem a little negligible? Probably landing with down air at certain angles will be able to cover himself fairly well. Otherwise, the neutral game is also going to be focused, because specifically on either this platform or the air. Again, I talk about linearity. There's a lot of it with the stage that can really go in favor of who wants it more, you know? Right now, Captain L definitely wants this more. He's keeping Len away from the center stage. There's a jab. Len turn around, trying to bait. Nope. On the air dodge, is that going to be enough? No. That was a very strong hit. Landing with the neutral air, very long-lasting hitbox that I wasn't looking for. I said like down air is a landing option, but Len with the mix-up right there, a very smart one at that, to have a lingering hitbox to cover himself. For Captain L trying to react out of shield. Going to the platform up from below. I'll jump on the stage. Oh no! Okay. Yeah. Captain L thought about that one. Because he probably wouldn't have done that otherwise. He probably wouldn't have done that otherwise if he knew that he would live it. Which he did. But I did give Len the opening he needed to just take this in one more blow here. So, this first stock can now go either way for sure. A reckless opener. Could be scary. I like that turnaround F tilt that Len tried to use to cover the landing right there. It would have killed Pikachu too. Very fast option. But Captain L was able to get inside of it instead. These high recoveries. Captain L is not afraid of recovering high, but going to the platform. So going to the ledge. Going to the ledge and then the get up read will cost him right there. Cost him his stock, as Len is now one stock away from moving on to Grams. He's at about max rage. Pikachu's options at 149, pretty much more often for killing here. Border? No, Len's recovery. Smart right there, going high. Perhaps pistoling Pikachu there too, I think. Isn't that forward right there? Really is smart. It's such a smart way right there. Downer charging right through that neutral air hitbox. That didn't cover Pit's head very well there, actually. Huh. Its hitboxes are interesting. Oh, boy. Down smash out of shield is going to reward him a decent amount of percent, but otherwise this is pretty much even here, as Captain L didn't take too much percent off of that one stock advantage that Len had for the moment there. Now he has brought this back to even in terms of percent. Keeping it going with the pressure. The jabs on the landing. Not much that Len could really do to contest it at the angle he was going down. Oh, I like that Thunder Troll right there. Right above the upper dash arm. So it would interrupt him instead of being super on him. Clever. Alright, ooh, Len just throws it out. He wants this game done. I don't think he realized that he was the one at the higher percent, though. Alright, cross up on a fading back forward air, rather. Dash attack. Another dash attack, too. Into the arrow. Making his conversions count, but Captain L is just trying to make his finishing blows count right here, otherwise. Ooh, retreating back air, clever option. And he survives the neutral air too. And now that he's taken a hit, he has the opportunity to go back for ledge for invincibility. He makes it back to the stage instead here. As both of these two playing close to their own zones here, not wanting to try to commit too much. Pikachu's commitments looking like they matter a lot more otherwise. As a neutral air almost takes us off. One here. Len trying to outspace him with a down smash. It's not going to work for him right there. Captain trying to cover his landing with a forward air. Oh, that down throw. Okay. A heated battle here at these last moments. The down smash cuts us the bull in. It's not going to... It is going to kill. Len takes it. I'm actually surprised that down smash killed right there, but Len's certainly not surprised to see himself move on here, as that is the result of winning the set. Len moves on 3-1 over Captain L in the winners finals. You may not have seen the last of Captain L yet, however. The Pikachu will be in training in the meantime.